Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Today is hashtag Let's Make Together 2025, and it is hosted by Carol at Free Spirit Arts and myself at Tammy Van Antwerp Art, where you are now watching this. And yeah, we started on Thursday and the May 15th, and I'm not sure how long we're going to go. Approximately a month, but I'm not sure. So, and the project, I'll announce that soon. I'm gonna light a candle. I've actually been in my room. I'm filming this on Sunday because we are posting on Monday and Thursday mornings, and I don't usually get into my art room till closer to 11. So I am recording on Sunday, and I actually was hoping to record mixed media Monday, since Mondays are going to be taken up with this hashtag. I'm going to take a deep breath. However, my workspace was a mess. So I had done the junk journal, so the true junk journal. I had also done, I feel like there was something in between, but maybe not. I have also started the altered book that I was doing, and I also have an appointment this week at the oncologist, and I usually take in 6 journals. I have been making ephemera since I was last at the oncology office or cancer care center, which was almost 3 months ago. So I've been making ephemera, and I just been putting pockets in one little baggie and tags in another little baggie, and I had not done anything with the journals. And actually, they are not sitting up here, they are now downstairs ready to go. So I can't show them to you, but I decided that I needed to put the journals together. So they're pretty easy. They're simple journals. There's about 11 or 12 signature pages that I put in, so that makes a total of 48 pages roughly. And I had just enough. Pockets. I had just enough tags, and so I got all 6 finished between Saturday and today, and then my place was just a mess. So I started reorganizing and getting everything ready, and so I do have some. These are the scraps that I have. These are still from the altered book that I'm doing, but there's also some from the journals that I made for the Cancer Care Center. So I am going to make some clusters out of these. I don't like to keep these, so I like to use up as much as I can. And I'm also still working on the altered book. But I got all of my stuff organized for my composition journal. So that's what we're doing for hashtag Let's Make Together 2025, is to alter a composition book. So, and I just found out from one of my subscribers, Deb, that Amazon actually carries these in half size, which I didn't know, which is kind of cool. So if you're feeling overwhelmed about doing a full book, you could maybe look at doing a half book. And I also saw Gwen at Gwen the Trash Witch had little composition books, so those are kind of cool too. But I want to show you what I did. So I went through my pages, and I sprayed water so they're crinkly, they look a little worn, I also did like some coffee spreading, spilling, and I also tore out some pages just to get it ready. So these ones, I'm going to do some altering to these on camera today. And then these are the papers that I pulled out that I'm going to glue on some of these pages. And then I sprayed a bunch of coffee on some of the ephemera. So I have a lot of really juicy, fun stuff to use. So some of these are going to get glued on the pages. I mean, look at this goodness. I just love it. So there's that. There's these, which you already saw. I also went through one of the paper pads that I had. I think these are 8 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 inches. So I pulled some of these papers out that can be backgrounds for tags and pockets and things. So I have those. And then these are papers that when I was spraying and painting on the ephemera embellishments and things that I had, I used these papers to dry pieces on. So now I have all these really nice, crinkly, beautiful papers to also use. So I wanted to show you that. And so what I did was the middle pages still, oh no, the whole book needs a little bit more grungy up. So it's really hard to do that on camera because I have to wait for things to dry before I can add more. I did do some stuff in the back. Also, I might do it later today because it's actually kind of nice and the sun's out, although the wind is blowing pretty hard, so I don't know. But Robin, who should have a channel, suggested that maybe I burn part of the book, and so I actually want to do that. You know, like it fell in the fire or something, since I want it to be nice and grungy. But let's see what we have. So I'm just going to use my glue stick and start tearing and gluing. I'm only going to do the tissue type papers that you can see through, I think. Not sure. Not sure about that one. Or this one. These would be good on tags and things. So I might save those for that. But like this stuff, this would look really cool on a page. Like that. Good background on tags. And then, yeah, and then just stuff like this to glue on. And so I'm just going to do just a few pages. I'm not going to do a bunch of that because I know that can get kind of boring. But this looks like a tea bag, old tea bag. At first I was thinking that I would try to plan like pockets and things, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. So I'm just going to glue things on the pages and then figure that stuff out when I'm ready. It's really, this is me living on the edge because I don't usually just wing it. I usually plan everything out pretty meticulously. Only because I have a tendency to feel uncomfortable on camera if I don't know what I'm doing. You know, a little bit of, I guess, camera fright seeps in and I kind of forget everything that I know how to do. So that's why I pre-plan. So And I do have a little project I'm going to start. I probably won't finish it on camera, but I want you to see. I was going through a whole bunch of embellishments and ephemera that I have, and I just got a really brilliant idea. So I'm going to skip that in case I decide to do a pocket, and then tear some of this. So I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend. We have Memorial Day weekend coming up. Do you all do anything special? We do not. We have a tendency to like to stay home and do fun stuff in our yard, campfire, barbecue, all that stuff. Well, for two reasons. For one, traffic's terrible on these weekends, so we try to avoid that. And let's see. I think I'll put something over here. Or no, maybe I'll put something over here. Where here? Right here. Yeah, so we just do that. Might have the neighbors over, do something fun like that. Or if the weather's bad, we'll just not do anything. I can't tell which side this was. Looks like this side. Yeah, so we used to, like when our kids were younger, we'd go to our friend's cabin. They have a cabin. It's actually, the ferry's not too far from us. It's on one of the islands in Puget Sound. And we've done that for a lot of years, but now we just don't even want to do that. And plus, my husband, still recovering from his surgery, he still can't eat very much. So we'd be at the island eating a bunch of good food, and he wouldn't be able to. So that's no fun. So you kind of get the idea what I'm doing here. Where's the other one? Did I skip that many pages? I guess I did. Okay, so I think I'll do something here. So let's see what else is going on. Oof. I like to use the tissue paper, the glue stick on tissue paper and napkins because it usually doesn't cause too much wrinkling, but this napkin's kind of old, and so it's kind of coming apart. Oof, which is not good. But let's see what we can do. Oh, I also wanted to show you my husband got me some Bigfoot stickers off of Amazon. We've cut way back on spending money at Amazon. But I was having a hard time finding reasonably priced stickers not on Amazon. And he still buys most of his like toiletries and stuff from Amazon. I'm trying to go to the drugstore to get my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do this on some more pages, and also do some more coffee and stuff in here, and then burn some of this backside. I think that'll look really cool. And so now I'm going to show you. I did, I was thinking I would do these on Thursday, but I want to do them now. I can do some other index cards for Deck the Year. So these are the backs. So what I did was I found these. Oh, where is it? Where's the package? This is what happens. I put things away and then I can't find anything. Okay, so I had these, and I can honestly say I don't know where I got them. They're vellum scenes, and so they're like outdoor scenes. So I went through and I picked out kind of all different sizes, and then I also grunged these up. So these would be the back side that you would write on. And I used coffee, and then I used some acrylic ink that I just had a dropper, and I just dropped the ink down, and then I just let them sit and dry. And that's what I did here. And then I thought it would be really fun to make these like photographs. So this would go down on here, and then Bigfoot would just kind of be over on the side. And I was thinking that I would cut them out so they're kind of hiding a little bit, so you can't see them very well. So let's see if that works. And then there could be a pocket inside the journal where there's some photographs. It's so funny, this Bigfoot, look, you can't really probably see it on the camera, but it looks like it has a mohawk. And the nice thing about this, using these digitals, is I can print some more out and still use them. And you wouldn't really notice that it's like a similar thing. At least I don't think someone would, but who knows. So then, yeah, this would kind of go like he's off in the woods. Yeah, I like that. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's get some pages to glue on and put this one together. And then, so I'll have to like trim this down. I'm going to go down here so that red line gets, okay. And I'm not sure how this vellum's going to stick with just a glue stick, but I don't like to use wet glue on vellum because it puckers. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. Okay, where is it? Okay, and then this little guy. Actually, I think I'm gonna do him off the edge and cut off part of his arm, because you know he's always hiding. Or he's just blurry, or he's just out of view of the camera. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's perfect. So fun. I'm easily amused, can you tell? Okay, so there's one. There's the back. These are so funny. Is anybody else doing or planning to start a altered book? If you do, don't forget to tag either me or Carol or both so we can see what you're making and kind of guide people over to your channel if you have one. I'm going to get a black marker and kind of black out some of this area so he can't see him as well. And I'm just going to use a Sharpie. And I'm going to do the same thing where he's kind of goes off. Although I feel like I should do it with this arm. Okay. I love it. I love it how he's all dark, so you can't really. Okay, I like it. I'm using ground espresso. Okay, so I'm set to make a few more, but I'm gonna stop here because they're all gonna be pretty similar. I will go through and show them to you. So let's get this. I can save this right here. Probably get rid of those pieces. Okay, so here's the two. And I like it because it's hard to, the whole point is to not really see him very well. So I really like that. Just because, you know, most people can't get a good picture for whatever reason. Okay, so then I have these two. And then I have this really big one, which I'll cut down so it fits on one of these cards. And then have this Mimi here. And then we have this guy Just kind of walking along. I think he'll probably go somewhere. It'd be cool if I could find, yeah, I'm just thinking out loud, like him hiding behind a tree or something. And then I have this one. And then I have this one, this guy on this snowy. He looks pretty bold. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do off camera. And that's what I have for today. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna finish up prepping my book pages. Hopefully I'll have that done for Thursday's video and you can see. And I do like this, so I'm gonna save this. Okay, so have a great day. Don't forget to check out the hashtag, see if anyone else is playing along, and remember to be good to yourself and be kind to each other. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.